and welcome to Babes Who Manifest podcast. I am your host, Lawanza, aka The Gratitude Chick. You can follow me on all social medias at The Gratitude Chick and on Twitter, gratitude_chick. Today's topic is still on money. Today we're going to do a guided scripting, a little bit more in depth than we did on yesterday's podcast. So today I am basically going to have you guys think about some questions that you need to ask God or the universe, whichever you believe, to get the juices flowing and, kind of guide you on what you need, what you want to manifest in your life. And what I'm really trying to get you guys to realize is that we all need guidance from God or the universe. Like I said, whichever you believe. Take the time to think of any questions you may need guidance from the universe on. Keep in mind that the answers you may receive may come to you in dreams, random thoughts or ideas, sometimes scrolling through the internet, signs on the street, new people you never met, and or conversations that are happening around you. When that happens, and when you think about it, just, sit back and write down some questions that you have on how to get to the next level. After you write down those questions, read them aloud and see what can develop from hearing your own words. Now, I have written down just some things, random things, just so you can get some examples. Number 1, how can I get more views and activity for my website, bwmmerch.com? How can I get millions of engaged followers to my social media pages? How can I make my gratitude blog blow up with readers and daily visitors who engage in the comments? How can I monetize my gratitude podcast with Google AdSense? How can I spend very little on ads for my website, my business pages, but bring actual true buyers to those sites? Is it worth it to keep posting products? These are questions that I have for my websites and for my businesses to try to drum up alternate, ways for me to get views. So think back on whatever business that you're trying to develop, if it's a vacation place that you're trying to go to. For instance, when I just went to Florida last month, two of the things that I wanted to manifest was getting an SUV to drive, because we don't drive our cars when we, go to Florida, just simply because you never know what's going to happen. And it's easier to, drive a rental if it's a flat, or if something happens, they can just bring you another car, boom, bam, it's all done in the contract. So every time we go to Florida, we rent a SUV. This time there were no SUVs available. So I said, I want an SUV. I drive an SUV every day. I don't want a car. So my first goal was an SUV. My second goal was an upgrade on the room that we'll be staying in, because I didn't want a regular room. I wanted a suite. So those were my two goals. So I set the intention. I set out to, kind of ask the universe, ask God, how can we make these things happen or whatever. And then I just, put it out there. This is what I want. Did a little scripting on it and did some 3-6-9 methods on it, and it was done. And I believed 100% that I would get what I wanted. When we went to pick up the rental car, the lady said, "I'm sorry, ma'am, we are all out of the car that you reserved." It was a premium premium full-size car. We're all out. We just let go of the last one. So today is your lucky day. We are upgrading you to a full-size SUV. Boom. Number one down. We get to the hotel. The room that we checked into was not clean. It was dust. It was hair. It was just ugh. So we went back to the front desk. It's in a resort. We went back to the front desk and they were like, "Oh, we're so sorry. They're still cleaning rooms today, so we may have checked you into a room that hasn't been fully cleaned." So they turned around, they upgraded us. We got a 2-bedroom suite with a view of the water park. Boom. Both of them just like that. That is what I wanted, and we got it. So when I say don't neglect setting the intention, that is for real. When you set your intention on what you want, it is easier to manifest that way because you're not trying to pull things out of the air. Oh, maybe I want this, or maybe I want that, or maybe I want this. No, you're very clear. You're very clear on everything that you want, and bam, let's work on that. So do not neglect setting your intention. Now, the second part is visualization. Now, I am a person who I do what I call, or I'm an Aquarius. I'll just say that. And being an Aquarius, if you are one, a lot of times we can go and live in our head. And that is what I call fantasy land when I go and live in my head. And when I live in my head, I create the life that I want in my head. So now it is a matter of taking that fantasy land and making it to reality. And part of doing that, I'm a good visualizer because, like I said, I have an entire fantasy land in my mind. So part of that of scripting is to get into a place where you're visualizing as you're writing. So right now, what I want you guys to do is get into a good feeling place and visualize everything that you have just scripted. Now, if you haven't written anything yet, come back to this part. Press pause, go write, and come back to this part. Okay. Now, pick your favorite scene. You don't have to force yourself to visualize every single one of them, but pick the favorite scene. So if you're going on vacation or you're trying to buy a car, whatever it is, pick the scene that is the most favorite to you. For instance, I am visualizing buying myself a new car by the end of this year. And my favorite scene is going to be when they hand me the keys and I drive out the lot on my way home. So pick your favorite scene. This is recommended that you do this right before bed. I personally try to do a meditation, a gratitude rampage before bed and do some prayers. So this will be perfect if you want to incorporate all of that into there. Visualize receiving, like I said, this is about money. So we're going to visualize receiving payments, checks, a raise in your salary, whatever it is, the amount that you have already asked for, see it in your bank account, see the success that you're having at work or in your business, whatever it is, see that. Hold on to that picture. Then ask God or the universe, whichever you believe, out loud for guidance. Ask for the steps you need to take to where you want to be. Write your story and watch the universe do it for you. Have fun with it. The law of attraction is supposed to be fun. The part that we often neglect is the ask, believing, and receiving. We must get into the habit of stating what it is we want verbally. The same way that you would go to a shoe store and pick up what you want and go take it to the cashier to pay for it, you're literally saying, hello, Mr. Cashier, these are the shoes that I want. Here's the money to pay for them. You have to ask, you have to state what it is that you want verbally. These are, when you ask for what you want, set the intention behind it. I want $1 million so that I can buy my dream home, have money to send my children to college, whatever it is. I want $10,000 by the end of the month so I can pay off this credit card. I want $50,000 in 2 weeks because the IRS needs this money from me. Whatever the amount of money that you're asking for is, set the intention on why you need it. That is a big key. And also make sure that whatever you're asking for, you believe that you can receive it. There's no point in asking for something and then as soon as it's done, you're done asking, you're like, I'm not going to get that. You're defeating the purpose. You need to believe that what you're asking for, you'll receive. And like I said, our affirmation for the week is I am receiving now. So whatever it is, the amount that you're looking for, you are going to state, I am receiving $1,000 now. Always add gratitude to that. I am so grateful for my increase in income. Thank you for this $1,000 in my account now. You've added gratitude. You set the intention of what you want. And now you're putting it out into the universe. That is a perfect statement after you're done writing, after you're done visualizing, to sit and say, I am receiving this amount now. I am grateful for the increase in my income now. Thank you for this amount of money in my account now. You're literally saying all of this in the present tense so that there isn't a past date or a future date. It's happening right now. And another thing that I want you guys to understand is this. And this may seem, kind of weird to say, but if you really think about it, you'll understand where I'm coming from. There is no future. The future does not exist. So while you're living in a future, it's coming, it will be here. The future will always be the present when it gets here. Tomorrow will be today when tomorrow comes. So never live for the future. Always stay in the present, because the future is nothing but the present when you get there. And if you're always looking for the future, saying it will come, or it's coming, that kind of thing, it will always be coming. So you always want to say everything in the present, not in a future tense. And when you when you're doing gratitude, you can always use the past tense, because at this point you're saying, I already have it. But no, always stray away from saying anything in a future tense, because like I said, the future is only the present when it gets there. So if you're saying something that is coming, it will always be coming. You want to always say that you have it. Any kind of adjective or anything that's going to state that it is here right now in the present. I hope that I did not mess you up by saying that. So what I want to leave you guys with is this. There's something that you have been wanting to do in the past, but you didn't have money to do. That's all of us. Now you do. Whenever you start manifesting money to come into your life, think of it as it's here now. So now I do have this. So now I can start planning this vacation that I want, buying a car, doing something nice for someone else. Start scripting these outcomes, whatever it is. Script it. Write out the scenario. Invoke your feelings into that so that you know that these things will come to pass. Why? Because you know that when we manifest by our thoughts, our words, and our feelings. And once we add that belief in there, nothing can stop us. But I also want you guys to get into the habit of adding gratitude as well into all of it. Make gratitude a part of your process. The daily practice of gratitude is the conduit by which your wealth may be achieved. Gratitude is a vibrational changer. It is a mood lifter. The more gratitude that you practice, the higher you'll fly. And the higher you fly, the higher your frequency. And the higher your frequency, the faster you'll get to the plane to where everything that you want in life exists. So do not neglect the practicing of gratitude every single day. Whether you have the time to write out, 10 things that you're grateful for, or you stop and, kind of do a gratitude rampage a couple times a day, do not neglect adding gratitude as a daily practice. Gratitude should be on par with saying your prayers, brushing your teeth, whatever it is. Make it a daily practice. When you're practicing gratitude, make sure that you feel the feelings of gratitude. I'm telling you, there's nothing like practicing gratitude. It has taken me to so many different heights, just adding gratitude, daily gratitude into my life every single day. I just can't recommend it enough. So I have rambled on for a long time today. So I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. I hope that you have gained something from what I have stated here for you guys today. Tune in tomorrow for our day 3 of our money scripting series. Just so that you guys know, day 5 will be us writing a gratitude letter. So get ready for that. You guys have an awesome day. Until next time, be blessed.